Hey guys, thanks for joining us again for the Detour podcast. It's the rest day at the Giro. If he's had a big rest, he just had a kip before the show, actually. Johnny, how you feeling? What'd you get up to on your rest day?
Well, we're sort of back in isolation in a way, Vazzy and I, because we had to leave the team the night before. Had to go to a function, which means we're outside the bubble. So we did the PCR test today, so we're back. We're clear, so we've still got another 24 hours. But we're over on the Adriatic coast, Pescara, just north of Pescara, in a holiday area. So all the hotels, all the teams are staying in the hotels next to each other.
The photo, is that your hotel there? If you're on YouTube, you can see this. They love Italy, on the coast there, like the whole scraping the beaches down.
Yeah.
Like the tractors, just like, it's always this.
It's exactly what they're doing, yes.
Dirt.
Yeah. Yep. But no, we were lucky with our beaches. But I went for a swim in the Bewley Adriatic, and it was good. Yeah, good awesome day. Very relaxing day, mate.
Perfect. Well, obviously, the big talking point from the race perspective is still around Simon Yates. There's a few videos that have been ingested into the system. We've got a really fascinating insight. We recorded the Social Distance podcast last night, and particularly Sam and George Bennett give some really good insights around what it's like from a rider's perspective and behind the scenes, and where does Yatesy go from here. But before we do, this was Simon's reaction after the stage.
I've lost the race. It's causing me a lot of problems. So stop trying to hide it. That was not my only problem today. I really struggled in the heat again. That's how it goes, guys. I gave my all, and that's it. Sorry.
You came into this stage with different hopes, I think, but you knew because of the knee that it was almost impossible.
I was hopeful of still being able to try and do something, but no, I've been in a lot of pain since Etna, so been trying to manage it as best as possible. But like I said, it was not my only problem today. I suffered also in the heat, so. Yep.
Will you keep on fighting?
I'll see what happens now. We've got the rest day. I'll see how I pull up from the stage today, but I don't know yet. I don't know.
Okay. Best of luck. Thank you so much.
That was obviously dejected Simon Yates after stage 9. We had an interview that you did with Matt White straight after the finish. We didn't run it on the show yesterday. I don't know how I forgot that. But we put it on socials. This was Whitey's reaction straight after the stage.
Hi, well, we're just at the top of the mountain after the stage 9 blockhouse stage, and DS Matty White with me. Must be very disappointing, mate.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we came in with different goals. Well, we've had a tricky week. We've had a really tricky week with crashes. But we're not here to make excuses. It's the end of the first block, but tomorrow's a rest day. Sit down in calm and assess the situation and refocus on what we've got for the second half of the race.
So what actually happened with Simon, mate?
Mate, I haven't had a chance to chat with him. He's only been in there for 5 minutes. He's got to have a shower, and now's not the time. We'll do it when the dust is settled, mate.
So you'll look at rejigging, going for breakaways and stage
We'll see. It's still pretty fresh. It's still pretty fresh. We got a day to talk tomorrow. Day to relax, refocus on what we need to do, and we'll know more in the next couple of days. But it's a rest day tomorrow, and a time for us to regather.
And from an Aussie perspective, at least, Jai Hindley, a pretty impressive victory.
Yeah, it was. I didn't see too much, but I was more focused on what Simon was doing. But obviously, great ride from Jai to win the stage.
Thanks, Matty.
Nice, mate.
So that was Whitey after the finish of the stage. Now, as I said, this clip goes for a while, but fascinating insights with what they do from now with Simon Yates. I threw out a few scenarios and got shot down pretty quick. But here's some insights from Sam Bewley and George Bennett from the Social Distance podcast. It took me about 20 minutes to bleep all the swearing out because we are a family show, the Detour. But this is their insights from the Social Distance Podcast.
We should have asked him who he thinks going to win the Giro. A lot happened on Blockhouse yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
I tell you what, yesterday I was real excited about Jai winning too. He's such a nice, humble guy. I was real excited about him winning. And he also it looked like they were going fast, eh? That looked so painful. Watching Joao just get dropped, come back, get dropped, come back. And then obviously the thing I was gutted about, and obviously you are too, Sam, was Simon's knee obviously shat the bed on him.
I don't know if it was 100% the knee, though. He said after the race it wasn't just his knee. Like, he had that lead-up race where the heat... He said the heat knocked him around in that lead-up race, and then it was 27 degrees on stage 9. So there could be a heat factor, and, who knows. But what do you do with Yatesy now? If I was Whitey, I would literally say, righto, mate, don't worry about the Giro now. Let's send you home, go chill out for a week, clear your head. Let's go to the Tour, and let's just go for stages in the last week.
Do you know what you do with Yatesy? Is you do what Yatesy wants to do with Yatesy. That's the best way to approach it, in my opinion. This is not a decision that needs to be made by management now. I reckon this is a decision, in my opinion, that needs to be made by Yatesy. And because his character is very different to a lot of GC riders. No offense, George, but it's different to a lot of GC riders in the fact that he has a shit day yesterday.
He does Strava records on his own, for starters.
He's not a what?
He's not a dick. And he doesn't just split the dummy like you and the rest of your GC mates.
That's exactly. That's what I'm getting at. His character is not to throw the white towel in. He had a bad day. He lost 11 minutes. The GC's over for him. He knows that. But he's not the kind of guy who wakes up today and goes, or finishes that stage and goes, put me on a plane, get me out of here. That's not what he does. And if that does happen, if he doesn't start tomorrow, or if he does stop in a day or two, I mean, if he starts tomorrow after the rest day, he's going to Verona. He's going to the finish. If he doesn't start tomorrow,
he's going as long as his knee can handle.
Yeah, but if he doesn't start tomorrow, there's a reason, and it is an injury or whatever. But he's not the kind of guy who just throws a towel in and just mate. He'll go. I fucking prepared for this Giro, and it's gone. It's all gone the way I didn't want it to go. What a shame. I'm fucking gutted like the rest of you, but I'm here now. So let's go try win a stage.
Yeah,
This
could be
what
the
I
whole
think Yatesy will do, and I think it needs to be Yatesy will make the decision. I don't think it's up to management to say, "Oh, let's go to the Tour now," because at the end of the day, like if you say to Yatesy, like you said, Jonesy, "All right, mate, why don't you got a sore knee? Stop now, rest it up, go home, go lie on the beach for a week, and then let's come back full gas for the Tour de France." That's also a fucking difficult mindset because this guy has spent the last 12 months focused completely tunnel vision on the Giro d'Italia, and it's gone badly. And now you can't just professional high class.
A week on a beach doesn't.
You can't just switch
Don't
the
they
focus.
fix it?
Like boom,
20 euros 3-course meal at Tosser. Oh, mate, I don't know what I'd rather be doing.
Oh, good. I feel good now. I trained for this for 3 years.
How fresh is this bloody squid?
Week on a beach, though. I get a week on the beach.
Like, believe it or
must be flying,
mate. Week on the beach fixes everything. Get the salt out.
Believe it or not, like world class athletes also have they take things hard and they take things difficult. And there'll be people out there that go, you get paid good money to do that shit. Come on, that's your job. Yeah, well, and hell, it's also sometimes it's difficult when you have such tunnel vision and a massive mindset to switch it and go, I'll go to Tour and win that now. It. Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
If only it was that easy. If only it was that easy.
Well, on the flip side, you do make a good point. It's for you, George. When you do a campaign that has been built up for so long, you've got all this support network around you to go and put your hand up and go, all right, boys, didn't work. I'm out of here. That obviously doesn't serve well for all the people that have backed you as well. They would want to see you at least get to the finish, yeah?
Well, this is what I've learned actually over time is especially last year. So last year was severely the worst year of worst performance of my career in terms of things going pear-shaped. And it's kind of trickled over to the start of this year in terms of being really good in training, having the legs to be good, and then just absolutely shitting the bed on race day. So Giro, obviously we know the story, was flying, got really cold, never recovered, and boom, out. Same thing with the Olympics. Build up, got sick. 3 days before the Olympics, had some crazy rash. That was it. Olympics gone. And the whole time you're like, both times I had this intense like embarrassment that like, shit, I've just let all these people down. Like, but in the end, like the people that are backing you, this is something you don't really see at the time, is you've got this embarrassment. You're like, oh my God, all these people like were supporting me and all these people did all this stuff to help me. And they're ultimately like, the only reason they did those things for you is because they wanted to see you go well. And if you don't go well, they don't go, fuck, man, I helped that guy train and he went shit. Or I can, I got his bikes ready for him in training, or and now he's gone, shit, what a dick. They've gone, they're actually invested in you and they're feeling a bit of pain for you. So they're going, man, he put so much into that Olympics and he's come down with this thing. Oh my God, he must be gutted. They're gutted for you, Yeah. And the only people that are actually like, okay, we needed a bit better than that are the blokes that are paying your wage, looking for your UCI points, whatever. But they still feel for you. They still go, oh, damn it, I really wanted him to go well. One for the points, and then maybe there's a point where they go, okay, we are going to have to reassess salaries or leadership roles or something. There will be some trickle-on consequences, but in that moment, they're not like, no one's angry at you.
Like the people that like your family and your friends and the people that are close to you and the people that love you and the people that want you to do well, like their love is not conditional on your performance. They, of course, like you say, they want you to be the best that you can be and have the best race that you possibly can have, because they know how it's going to make you feel, and that makes them feel good. And then if it goes pear-shaped and they're gutted for you, they're exactly like you say, they're invested in you. A team is like ultimately they do, the management of teams really do care about you and they do want you to go well, but their support crosses a little bit into a conditional support.
Well, they're running a business, aren't they?
They're running a business. And they really do care for you, and they look after you, and they spend money and resources and all these things, and a duty of care on making sure you're healthy. If you aren't healthy, they make you rest. They do all these things, and because they do care. And if your performance goes badly, the first thing they feel is pain. Like, fuck, we're gutted. We wanted you to go well. Are you all right, mate? And then, at a certain point, you have to go, well, we pay you too much money, mate.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is then you've got the pressure of the business of cycling. So they see, okay, we're all gutted, but then they go, how do we get maximum value for the rest of this year? And when you look at a team, like just devil's advocate, 80% of their return comes from the Tour de France. Yatesy, if he hit out in the first 15 days of the tour, he probably could win a stage in that last week or whatever. If he
Yatesy could win the Tour de France overall if he wanted to. I mean, he's one of the I still think he's one of the best in our generation of look at his time trial now. Look at him uphill. Pretty much no one beats him uphill normally. No one beats him in time trials anymore.
And that's the thing with Yatesy.
He could win the Tour de France.
The Giro hasn't gone well, but like when we to take it back to a bit about investment from teams and all that stuff, like he is fast superseding his investment, because he has gone badly in the Giro, but he's had a hell of a year already,
And he won it. Don't forget, he won a stage in the Giro already. We're talking about how shit the Giro was. He won a stage.
Exactly. Yeah. And he's won a stage in Paris-Nice and finished second overall. He's won 2 stages in Asturias. Like he's having a hell of a year. And I think like when you talk about the Tour de France, I'd say there's a good chance that he will be at the Tour de France, regardless of whether he finishes the Giro or not.
I thought they weren't doing it. I thought they were going to put him in the Vuelta.
Well,
I don't know. This is what I'm making up. I don't know.
Here's the situation that's quite particular to Mitchelton.
No, it's Bike Exchange JCO, mate.
Bike Exchange JCO, which I have actually no idea, and I might be completely wrong about this. But there's this relegation question that's going around in terms of, I don't know if they're really in the danger, if it's really in the danger zone.
I think they are. I think they're amongst the 5 or 6.
I think they're on the top end of it though, right? Like it shouldn't be a real threat.
Yeah.
But
we're at the bottom end of it. We're at the bottom end of it, Jonesy. We're a week ago we were 1 above the relegation line.
Ooh.
So that's probably changed now because we've won a stage at the Giro.
I think you need to tell him take that week at the beach, mate.
We need a week at the beach.
We need a week at the beach. After all that back and forth, Yatesy,
Oh, in
pack
that
your,
case.
pack your towel.
Week of the
Pack your towel. Week of the beach, mate. 20
he's like-
euro. Toss it to buffet.
I tell you what, he's not getting the UCI points on the beach.
Well, there's a fascinating chat there with the boys.
Get old 360. You were talking the same crap at the end. I thought they'd convinced you. He's not going to the beach, mate. He's going to be winning stages in the Giro, which is going to be exactly what they need.
Well, Benji Nason, he's a YouTube superstar. He says, Ola and Yates drop out of the GC is a hit for Bike Exchange UCI relegation battle. That will fire up definitely as the season progresses. And on the episode, if you want to go check out the Social Distance podcast, we were talking about the relegation zone and how the point system is just out of whack. So a lot of teams that are like in the danger zone will put their best teams in one-day races, because the points are just out of whack. Yep. Simon Knowlesy says Yates to the Tour de France should be a given. So there's some interesting things to play out. What we're going to do is take a quick break, and then when we come back, we'll unpack what was just said. And we've got a great video that Alan Davis sent through from the in-car reaction from their Stage 8 victory. It's very, very funny, so stay tuned.
Look at this bike. You think it's just a bike, right? But it's not. It's a bike 374 people are looking at. This guy, this girl, them, all looking at it. People from here, there, and wherever this is. People that are looking for a bike. Or just a piece of it. Amateurs, semi-amateurs, and pro-amateurs. This guy wants this bike, but with this crank and these bars. This could be the perfect match. But not this one. This girl has a bike to sell, and thousands of people might purchase it. Eyes on Bikes help grow small businesses. His, hers, yours, and the latest data and insights help those businesses keep moving. We are the world's #1 bike marketplace, with over 500,000 products and 900 brands, where buyers and sellers are brought together in a place where a bike is never just a bike. Bike Exchange, where the world buys, sells, learns, and rides.
Feel more in every moment. The all-new Lexus NX.
Thanks again to Bike Exchange and Lexus of Blackburn. Go see Andrew Moore and the crew down there, lexusofblackburn.com.au. And Iffy, I'll let you do the spiel for Jayco. It's your bread and butter.
Jago, what do? They make caravans, don't they? Oh, that's right. Yeah, and camper vans. Australia's leading. Oh, here it is. Let's look at the ad. It is fantastic. Well, I mean, Jago has been. But hasn't this got a voice?
No, it doesn't. That's why you have to talk. It's music.
It's fantastic ad too. Yeah. Yes, well, we all know how good Jayco caravans are and Jayco campers. They're Australia's #1 manufacturer, and they're one of the great sponsors of cycling. I mean, Giro and the Jayco family have been sponsoring cycling since back in the, it was Kathy Watt, the 1992 Olympic gold medal, and the Jayco Pro team that started just after that, 1994.
And they've just released their 2022 range. And there's a backlog. You've got to get in quick, jayco.com.au. Check out all the latest models. And if you want to go off-road, there's only one place to go. And as we always say, support the companies that support cycling, and Bike Exchange has been a massive support for this show and the name right sponsors for the Bike Exchange Jayco team. So what a match.
And where those great photos that you always pop up with the Alexa Blackburn, where the rider's popping out the roof.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Great to see.
You love that photo.
It is a ripper. Yeah, I do. Blake Quick and Ruby Roseman Gannon, winners of Lexus at Blackburn Bay Crits back in January, and a lot of interest for next January's Bay Crits. So I've had a few of the riders over here talking it up. So could be very exciting.
Now, what were your key takeaways? I thought it was a fascinating insight from George Bennett. Just what it's like when you do have a campaign and it doesn't necessarily go to plan, but that sort of sickening feeling as a rider where you feel like you've let people down, but it is unconditional support, particularly inside the team for people. They just want you to do well.
Yeah, look, that was a great little clip you grabbed from the social distance. You did miss one of the bleeps.
That was always going to happen.
You had a bit of work to do, so it's understandable. But also Sam Bewley, his insight into Simon Yates was fantastic because he is a fighter. That's why it's so hard to watch that. It wasn't just, some guys are a bit fragile, they're juicy riders when they get a little bit of an issue. That's it. That's not Simon Yates. He is a tough nut. I believe, I think you were way off the mark. If he pulls out of this early, it won't because the management sends him to the beach. It'll be because his injuries and he's not well enough to continue. He continues, he will win more stages in this race. I have no doubt. As long as he comes good. He's got 2 weeks to do that. And I'll see. And, hey, we've got some good bike riders in that team who are now going to have the opportunity to do some other things. Lucas Hamilton, Damo, Damien Howson.
Damien Howson gets in a break. He's going to be up there.
Yeah. No, they're definitely going to be racing. No, they spent a whole day today changing their strategy. I'm still just outside the bubble, so I can't say too much. But I spoke to Whitey fleetingly, and he's an amazing person, just like Jerry Ryan. We were out with Jerry last night, and as disappointed as he was, he already was talking the positives moving forward. So that's what he does, and that's what the team does, and that's what Whitey will be doing right now. I was watching them all at dinner from slightly away, Vazzy and I on a different table. But, everyone's talking about the new structure and what they're going to do moving forward in this Giro.
Now, you said yesterday's show that stay tuned. There will be some positives because some of the other teams are a bit lax. Any whispers?
No, amazingly, it seems to be, we'll know at the start line, I suppose, but we only get released our teams, but everyone in our team, every staff member was clear. And it hasn't been any whispers coming through. So, could be a surprise. That could be the big surprise that there is no surprise.
Now, we caught up with Alan Davis after the Stage 8 win to Thomas de Gent, and he was up and about. But, geez, one thing I love about cycling is the in-car vision when there's a victory. And this is one of the all-timers. Albie sent me the GoPro vision. He said, "Hey, Jonesy, can you whip this together into some sort of shape for us?" I said, "Well, what do you want me to do?" He goes, whatever. Just put some music and just have fun with it. So, anyway, we had a bit of a fiddle with it. But enjoy the moment when Thomas de Gent gets the chocolates on stage number 8.
Wait. It's going too early. No. Oh. You're the best. Good Lincoln! Good job, boys! Congratulations! I'm the best. You're the man! Very well done, guys. Congratulations to you all, boys. Enjoy the moment, fellas. Congratulations.
Well, if anyone's watching that early here in Australia, that should give you a big wake up. I just love the emotion. Love the emotion.
Oh, that's sensational. The tomboy. Call him the tomboy. But, wow, it was a fantastic win. But we've already gone through all of that through that stage. But, yeah, that's the excitement. And that's, the passion of this sport.
Yep. definitely. Now, we already did a bit of a preview yesterday for Stage 10. The riders have obviously had their rest day. It has been a really tough week because you had the transfer from Hungary early on in the Giro as well to factor in. So the Giro sort of stretches out by another couple of days. This is obviously a big test for a lot of riders on how they recovered on the rest day, Iffy.
Yeah, look, it's just the sprinters, like a sprinter like Caleb could get over this, but they won't contain it. The sprinters teams won't. It's just too hard at the end. A break will go, and there'll be some strong riders who force it. I think it's a really good day for Gamay. I reckon this could be a chance for that stage win.
Yep. Well, it's going to be fascinating. Anything you want to add before we wrap things up, Iffy?
Well, just that I'd like to congratulate Vazzy for the great work he's done. He sent some through some more pics of the food at this wonderful place.
Great pic of you two. Oh, I've got all those photos if you want to have a chat about that. There's a buffet. That's fascinating.
Thought you'd love that. Wide angle shot. It's a wide angle shot.
Yeah, but he sent me through a lot of these ones. I've told him, wide angle, please.
Yeah, anyway, but that was very late at night. See that little people on the audio won't know that, but there's a glass floor there. That little section underneath is from the 1500s, the original property of Valentino Schiotti, where we had dinner the night before. Fantastic. Yep.
Yep. And there's some collection of his greatest plonks. And then you went. Did you go to?
We went through
Fantini Ronnie.
Yeah, we went through the Fantini factory, and it is amazing because they've got 35 different brands. You know, different wines, and going all around the world. Just brilliant. He deals with something like 20 different wine makers, and I remember it. Very interesting. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, how much did you sample at the factory? Did you get any cases of plonk?
No, it was early in the morning. We were offered to go to the sampling room, but we had Jerry had to fly off. He had to take off back to Melbourne, and we had to get in and do our PCR test. I didn't think it'd be good rocking up half full of vino for our PCR test.
It's positive for plonk.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It goes right up the coast and then heads inland for those last lump and bumps. And we're staying near Rimini, right on the coast, very near a little place where the late and great Alan Lang the mystery tour ended up in hospital. All of that, and so that will get relived tomorrow night.
Obviously, when you go into a stage, if you and Vazzy, you have to have a plan of attack who you want to target for the interviews. Who are you going to go for before the start of stage 10?
Yes, we're going to talk to a few of the Aussies. We want to talk to Miles Scottson and talk about his role as a lead-out man for Arnaud Demar. And I don't think it's a stage for Arnaud tomorrow, but the next stage is definitely one for stage 11 for the sprinters, and it could be the last chance for quite a few of the sprinters because they'll go after stage 11. A few of them. I think Demar was talking about staying, so we'll see.
All right. Be fascinating. All right, we'll stay tuned again. 7 o'clock tomorrow, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thanks again for all the support. YouTube.com/The Detour Podcast. And thanks to our sponsors, Bike Exchange. Go to bikeexchange.com.au, Lexus of Blackburn.com.au, and of course, Jayco.com.au. Support the companies that are supporting cycling. Thanks again, Iffy. Get some more rest, mate. And we're expecting some.
Yeah, the one thing about that could happen tomorrow is that because they've had a specific role with Bike Exchange Jayco, but now they'll be let loose. So I wouldn't be surprised to see one or two Bike Exchange Jayco riders get in the move We
that
know
would be
Chris
great.
Chris
Stage
Stewart,
week. Yeah.
Chris Stewart Jensen loves a breakaway. He's very good at getting into them. So I put a big chance for him. Big day tomorrow.
No worries, mate. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you again tomorrow. Cheers.